Hello, welcome. This is Blockchainbloom, the blockchain educator. I'm Attila Pink, and in today's video, I'm going to talk about that can the US use a part of the gold reserve to purchase Bitcoin? This is an idea, and let's talk about it. Also, let's talk about the fact that maybe we're forming the bottom, and today we also see Bitcoin price going up. Nothing is for sure, but let's check out the things, what's happening right now on the market. Then also let's talk about the fact that the EU actually could follow the United States if they're really serious about, Bitcoin reserve and all these kind of things, because they probably can FOMO in and have an interview about it. Then, we had the Digital Asset Summit where Donald Trump was also speaking. I haven't done a long video since that, so let's talk about that a little bit too. And also, let's talk about the fact that those who are not in the market, so missing the top 10 days, for example, in a big 10-year period, or the top 20 days, they missing the majority of the gains. And it's very, very important to understand why it's important to hold Bitcoin, for example, for those who believe in it. Okay, guys, this will be in today's video. And don't forget, every single day, I bring you the freshest cryptocurrency blockchain news here on Blockchainbloom to keep you up to date. So that's important. Very simple. Just subscribe to this YouTube channel, hit the like button if you like this kind of content. And now let's do it. Today we're having a kind of good day, because when we're looking at Bitcoin, it's up about 3%, Ethereum the same. So Bitcoin $87,298 US, Ethereum above 2,000 US dollar with $77. Then we have the top gainer SPX in the top 100, 25% up, Render 14%, and Sonic 12%. Then losers, P is the only one which is going down 6% today. Then PancakeSwap 3.5 and Tron 2.7, but no major dumps whatsoever. And when we're looking at here the Bitcoin candlestick chart, we can see that yesterday again we closed above the 200-day moving average. That's very, very important. But what I'm looking for, that we not just like close above it the next day, bomb, we go down. We actually should stay above it. So I'm looking for another couple of green candle above it. And also first stay above this 87, but more importantly, I believe will be this 92,000-ish level. If we break this one and stay above it, that will push up us a little bit higher. This is what I believe. Now we are really at the edge. When we're looking at Bitcoin dominance, it's still going like kind of sideways, but when we're looking at altcoins, this is not including Ethereum and the Bitcoin, it also has formed the bottom around the 11th of March, what we had the Bitcoin bottom so far. And it's coming back, and even looking at the out of the top 10, look, we have this trend line here. And now today it's about to break, and we have a sideways movement since the beginning of February. So it's kind of maybe it's showing that, okay, maybe the weakness is over. We don't know it for sure because there are a lot of uncertainties, and let's talk about that as well. For example, tariffs, what the Fed will do, and so on and so forth. But anyway, I just wanted to point out a couple of important things, because to find trend reversal, it's always very important. And someone who is always buying is MicroStrategy. Look at them. They have now more than 500,000 Bitcoin officially, actually not MicroStrategy, strategy. And they have just purchased 6,911 Bitcoin. With this, they have 506,137 BTC. It's a crazy number. For me, it's scary that one company owns that much. 21 million will be the maximum, but that's the fact. What can we do? Right. And now let's move on to the first topic. And the first topic is all about that can actually the US use its gold reserve to purchase Bitcoin. This idea actually comes from the White House, if you look at here. So basically, the US White House says gold reserve may be used to purchase Bitcoin. They have the power to move over 750 billion into Bitcoin, which will begin the golden age. This is what Michael Saylor is saying. Bitcoin will experience a supply shock that will send it to 500,000 US dollar and beyond. And here you can see the document. A senior White House official has hinted at the possibility of US utilizing its gold reserve to acquiring more Bitcoin. Because, Donald Trump has talked about it, that they don't want to use taxpayers' money, but they can use other assets. And the gold reserve is definitely one of the big assets they're holding. So that could be an interesting twist, that if one part of the gold reserve will turn to digital gold, which is right now Bitcoin. And yeah, we're going to see it, because the way they're going, they would like to, if everything works out, accumulate 1 million Bitcoin in about 5 years. And they have already around 200,000 Bitcoin. But yeah, the plan is to accumulate more, and how they do it, well, we're going to see it, but this is just one idea and one possibility. Okay, let's talk about the probability that has the bottom formed already. Couple of experts are saying that actually the bottom is about forming right now, and we won't see huge dumps form here, and now a leg up can come. So basically, the one thing they're saying is that, the tariffs, which, Trump softened on tariffs, we're going to see it on the 2nd of April, what's going to happen with that, but maybe the news coming out earlier. And also, the Fed has mentioned, Jerome Powell has mentioned already, that QT is slowing down. It's not QE straight away, don't get me wrong, but QT is slowing down. And this is one of the first steps which theoretically could lead to, a pivot, which definitely can pump the market. And also, look at this one here, the cumulative net take volume, the selling pressure, it's kind of decreasing. So it was bigger in February here, but look, it's all going down for Bitcoin. And then actually we go back to the Bitcoin candlestick chart, then look here on the daily. The RSI downtrend, which is on since the 11th of November, actually has now broken out just now. And this also can signal a trend reversal. If you're looking at more indicators, I think that's very, very important. Just look at RSI. I think it's not healthy, but definitely one of the indicators that many people looking, money investors looking, and Bitcoin is now just here around 87 and just broke about the 200-day moving average. Let's see, do we stay above it? Is this a fake out? This is what many people are watching right now. And okay, now let's look at video about, in that video we can see a German parliament member talking about the fact that if US is really serious about strategic reserve, then probably EU going to FOMO in sooner or later. So let's look at this clip here and talk about it.
I think if the United States starts and buys Bitcoin as a strategic reserve or something like that, then I think all the European countries, with a little bit of delay, they will get FOMO. They will get the fear of missing out. So there's a lot of pressure now on the American colleagues here to do something about it, because it's always the states who start first. And so maybe that has an impact, because otherwise it will take a long time in Germany to change.
Well, and we do know it's happened. The US, Donald Trump, has basically signed the Bitcoin reserve. They are already talking about it, how to do it. So now the question is, what will Europe do? Because Europe is in many cases, as just she mentioned, really behind. The US is really first. But how late they're going to FOMO in, and if they FOMO in, how they going to FOMO in? A lot of questions, but it's definitely bullish for Bitcoin in a way that sooner or later, probably, they're going to do something about it. And, well, any country starts to accumulate Bitcoin is bullish for Bitcoin. But let's see. what Europe going to do. Okay, and just a couple of words about the Digital Assets Summit where Donald Trump was talking last week. I just want to say a couple of words about it briefly, so because I haven't done a long video since this happened, you know, because my last long video was on Thursday. I made these short videos, but you know, it was recorded before it. So basically, Donald Trump addresses Digital Assets Summit, urges Congress to pass stablecoin bills. So it was kind of nothing burger for the crypto market. We always wait something, you're going to say some major thing, introducing something, you know, whatever, tax-free crypto thing. But actually, he's always emphasizing that he's pro-crypto, America going to be the greatest in crypto, and also, you know, urges the Congress to pass the stablecoin bill. So it's actually positive what he said, but it was like nothing special, no new announcement, basically, but that's it. All right, and finally, let's talk about the fact that if you actually always try to be too clever and trade and sell your assets, the valuable assets, then you can easily miss the best days of that year or that decade. And if you do that, then you can lose actually a lot of money. But let's look at an example. So let's look at this one. Well, this is the S&P 500, and I have found a couple of versions, right? So this is from 1995, January until the 24th of December, but there are different versions. The bottom line is here that we're looking at a longer period of time. In this case, we're looking at about 20 years. And well, if you will fully invested in the market, so basically on the 3rd of January and you didn't sell, you just were holding, right? Then you made the biggest gains, invested $10,000 and at the end of the term, you had $65,000. However, if you missed the 10 best days in the 20-year period, just 10 days, but the 10 best ones, then your return were just half of it, $32,000 what you made. If you missed the top 20 days, you just kind of doubled. And if you actually missed the top 40 days, you were in negative. So this is just kind of a message for those who would like to always time the market, jump in and out. Yes, with altcoins, I think it's extremely important to be cautious and to understand when we're having a bull market, when we're having a bear market. But when it comes to Bitcoin, those who say, oh, now we're going to fall down to $50,000-$60,000, and if it's not happening right now, so far it's not happening. We're back to $87,000, and they have sold a lot of things around $78,000. Then they would like to get it back maybe sooner or later, and they lost money on that trade. However, if they just hodl, we see that the Bitcoin bull market to bull market, it's on a higher and higher price. So basically, you making profit in the last 16 days doesn't matter what, if you just hodl. This is just something I wanted to mention, and you can actually think what's your strategy. Guys, that's it for today. Don't forget, every single day I bringing you the freshest cryptocurrency and blockchain news here on Blockchain Bloom to keep you up to date. So if that's important, very simple, just subscribe to this YouTube channel, hit the like button if you like this kind of content, and yeah, see you in the next one. Have a good one. Bye-bye.